Right now, the Home Depot has spring deals under $20. So what are you working on? If you're planning on cooking out this season, head to the Home Depot so you can fire up the grill with deals on charcoal. Right now, get two 16-pound bags of Kingsford charcoal for only $17.88. Was $19.98. Don't miss spring deals under $20 now through May 7th at the Home Depot. Subject to availability, valid on select items only.
All right, we got JuJu with us. Huge Celtics fan, of course. He's got his Celtics jersey. I don't like that. I'm not going to lie. JuJu, what did you make of last night? Are you nervous now after the Celtics missed 1,000 threes and they trail the series 1-0?
Yeah, man, what a travesty. What an embarrassment. Like Amin said, once you start taking threes and they're not going in, you got to be able to adjust. My high school coach would have took a timeout mid-third quarter and said, next person to shoot a three, you're coming to sit by me. Let's get some drives to the hole. It's inexcusable. One 2-pointer in the whole third quarter. I was watching the game. I was telling my girl over and over. I said, another three. We haven't shot a 2-pointer this entire quarter. And they kept shooting and kept missing. You got Jalen Brunson on you, Jason Tatum. Drive to the damn hole. You got these folks on you that I don't see nobody stopping them if they put their head down and go to the hole. You're either going to get fouled or find somebody to dish it to. They don't have a good – I agree with you, bro. Zaslow, rarely do I agree with you. But if this is on Joe Mazzulla, man, you got to be able to make some adjustments. This is the playoffs. This ain't no play game. So I really hate what the Celtics are doing. Everything you guys are saying is right. We're ruining the game and it's boring basketball to watch.
Am I supposed to believe that I really don't know if Joe Mazzulla is a good coach or not, but am I supposed to believe that Mazzulla at some point there early in the fourth quarter doesn't tell his guys, hey, you know what? Maybe we post up Jason Tatum. He's got a size advantage. Hey, you know what? Maybe we get to the free throw line. Jalen, let's slow the game down, get 2 shots at the line. Why aren't we changing things up?
Well, he was remarkably defensive in his post-game press conference. He said in any game there are about 8 to 10 shots where we could have probably done better. And I said maybe it was closer to 5 or 8. Maybe it was closer to 10 this game. But he said, overall, that's not why we lost. He kept reiterating, the shot selection wasn't an issue. He had no problem with it. And so it's one of those things where JuJu, as a Celtics fan, how do you feel? He comes across as really arrogant, but we tend to not accept that from someone who hasn't been around for a while, right? If Popovich is arrogant, we're like, well, he's won 5 titles and he's won a zillion games. But we kind of look at Joe Mazzulla as, you inherited this team 2 years ago that was already on the cusp. We all think the guy you took over for is the better coach. I don't know, from the outside looking in, I would think that you would be like, who are you to be so cocky about this strategy that clearly was flawed?
Right. Like you said, it's unearned arrogance. Ime Udoka set this team up. As you see, he took his talents to Houston, and Houston is a competitor now. I feel like if you take Joe Mazzulla and put him on another team, dare I say it wouldn't be the same situation. Like you said earlier in the show, Mark Dagnall had the perfect response. Damn, maybe I went to the fouling too soon. That's on me. I'm the coach. I decided to do that. Joe Mazzulla never has any kind of accountability. He's too smug in these situations. Bro, relax. We missed the game. We blew it. Show some humiliation. Show something other than your arrogance to these people who are coming to do their job.
Well, JuJu, let me get your reaction to this, because if I were a Celtics fan today, I would be like, 3-point game got us here. Won a championship, got us where we are now. We had a terrible, historically bad night. That's not going to happen again. We're the champions. We're not going to change our game because of a 2-point overtime loss when we shoot worse than we're ever going to shoot again. Stick with what got you here. You win on threes, you're going to win on threes. This is our game.
Yeah, I mean, I feel you on that part, but the Knicks also out-toughed us yesterday. the game sealing play was a perfect example of the exact game. Mikal Bridges snatched the ball from Jalen Brown, and was they would just impose their will the entire second half. We showed no toughness. It's like, I don't like the softness we displayed and the finesse versus they were just going straight through our chest. OG Anunoby, salute, man.
JuJu, how'd the audience take our Celtics-Knicks conversation today?
They took it pretty good. We had a couple choice words said. But salute to Sam Morrell. That was definitely with some bombs in the YouTube chat. But overall, they liked it. You know what I mean?
Did they say any nice things about me?
They don't like to see you guys going back and forth. They love you, Zaz, and they love Greg Cody. Okay. We don't like to see you guys argue over what's a fact or what's a news article or what's that stuff.
Sometimes journalists go after each other, JuJu, you know, from
we
one
do have an
journalist to
update
another.
on that, by the way. Elliot Friedman, the best insider in all of hockey, has reported the ruling came on down. No additional punishment for Sam Bennett's collision with Anthony Stolarz.
Okay. And did he say as
first reported?
Zaslow had it first, props to Zaslow.
No, even worse, he opined saying that there should have been a suspension.
Well, that's a lack of journalistic integrity, right, Greg?
No, I wouldn't say so. But, apparently when you and I go back and forth, people don't like that. So from now on, we'll be nothing but amicable.
No, I speak for myself.
Right. Also, there's been a couple other dunks, buzzer beaters, as like Dan said, for the first time he saw a dunk buzzer beater. I tend to remember Dwight Howard had an alley-oop dunk buzzer beater back in the day, as well as I think the famous Jimmy V play when he run around the court. I feel like that was a Five Slamma Jamma buzzer beater at the last second. Neither here nor there. You feel me? Also, salute to Asia Wilson. The A1s dropped today. Second women's WNBA player with a shoe, and they look good. The pink guys, go get them if you can. They sold out on Nike instantly. But yeah, man, salute to Asia Wilson and all her efforts.
You got the plug?
Yeah, I mean, I'll text you a little later. I got you, bro.
JuJu, how did the audience feel about a flight that only cost $35?
All right. That was actually a poll. Have you ever taken a $35 Spirit flight? 77% of the audience said no, they haven't.
Wow.
And I haven't either. You're a brave man.
I survived.
I have sources here who claim that they have a full week of Spirit flights booked.
Oh, wow.
A full week?
I'm about to take 5 flights on Spirit in the next 8 days.
Wow.
Yep, I'm flying from here to Orlando, Orlando to Pensacola, Pensacola back. I'm flying from here to New Orleans and New Orleans back.
Been good to know you, Jeremy.
I wasn't worried about it until I listened to the show today.
Was this on the grid?
No, this is just...
the Marlins are really dishing out their money, huh?
I'm Jewish.
Check back.
up, man.
Might be saying he was.
JuJu, what else we got for polls today?
Will the Warriors Timberwolves series have a chokehold within the first 120 seconds? 81% of the audience says yes, they will.
That makes sense.
Strictly in the United States.
Right. And also props to the Joker last night. What a wonderful performance from him and the Nuggets. I think they should announce the MVP award right when the season is over, because now I'm going to be swayed from the winner of this series now.
Why don't they do that, I mean?
No, they do it because for 2 reasons. One is they like to roll out the awards one at a time so everyone gets their shine. 2 is MVP usually gets awarded in the second round, which means if Shea wins it, we're getting it in game 2. If Joker wins it, we're going to get it in game 3. You heard it here first.
But I think the reason that what JuJu is saying there, you want to do it like at the end of the regular season, because what if one of these guys lost in the first round and then you get the Dirk Nowitzki sad press conference?
The Dirk one was awkward.
Okay, we got the Dirk sad one. Can you name a second one?
No.
That's the point. Typically, the MVP is pretty good.
You got
have a pretty good team.
You got our ass there.
JuJu, anything else?
Nah, man, it's a great show, man. Keep it up. So proud of y'all, man. Proud to be a part of this, man. Everybody outside listening to the show, keep your head up. Trouble don't last always.
JuJu, let me ask you one thing as a Celtics fan, because you're lamenting the lack of toughness. That's typically a characteristic that is assigned to champions, especially reigning champions. I understand. You're a Celtics fan. The last thing any fan wants to hear is someone who is not a fan say, I don't think you actually earned that champion when you're the last one standing. But I do think that there's some truth that there was some fortunate luck last year, and you want to see this core group get tested. Is that me being a hating-ass hater, or do you actually think that there's something to it?
Nah, I think it's something to it, because last year, I was hanging on to every game. People forget Jaylen Brown had to hit a buzzer beater 3-pointer to get to overtime versus the Celtics after that. Versus the Pacers after they had gaffed away the last minute and a half of the game. I don't see them being the superpower that everybody else sees them as. I see them more like you see them. We was lucky last year. I'm not saying that it doesn't require a little luck, but I'm more of the idea or the thinking that you have versus us just being so dominant.
Tell Dan, because Dan is like, they've been running the sport the last. I'm like, what are you talking about? Yeah, that's the only one who thinks of the Celtics as like the most dominant team of the last 2 years. They're good. They're good.
Yeah, and I think fortunate's a better word than luck. Every champion needs a little bit of luck, but not. I'm telling you, you'd be hard pressed to find a champion that had a run where the best player in every round to get to the final gets injured. That just flatly doesn't happen in a sport where one star means so much. Your best player, the Jimmy Butlers, the Joel Embiids, the Halliburtons, that means a lot in a playoff series, and it can't be decontextualized. It has to go over it, especially with a team that you have questions about still.
Pro Celtics conspiracy. What do you think? Arranged injuries. Thank you, JuJu. That kind of thing. So forth.